So much fun to add some color to these guys. Just kind of brings them to life. I'm just using my regular blushing color, which is a mix of the Genesis Flesh 06 and Pyro Red 06 as well. And then with a bunch of glaze in it to lighten it up. But this is the first color I like to go through with. And usually with these guys, here's his buddy. You can see how much darker they end up getting by the end of the process. Giving him a wash of just a tiny bit of purple too. Especially over here. Well, that's too much. Now it looks like he has a black eye, but we'll get it smoothed in there. Looks like there's something there. All right. This nose we want to have be quite red, so we're going to get some layers built up on it. Now this is Baby that we've been using for this project, and the flesh color will be just a little bit darker if you use the Caucasian. But you can see that you can use Baby for most any of them. Baby's the most versatile, I feel, because it is a great baby color, so you definitely can use it there, but you can also alter it a bit if you need. It also looks great as a fairy too. That's what we did the mermaid in as well. Alright, I'm going to get deep inside these ears. These ears, you'll notice, are a little bit glossy looking, and some of that is because I superheated them with a heat gun, just so they'd be extra strong. On the ears, it's kind of fun to just wipe away little bits on the top there. You can add in a deeper red too to make that darker. This side got torched just a little bit when I did the superheating, but we'll just camouflage that well with the red. You gotta have the right amount of glaze mixed in with it too, so it just kind of glides together. I usually mix my colors together and then just start tinting the glaze until I get it the shade that I want. Alright, he's looking good. Let's get some color on these lips too. Now to make these much darker, we're going to need to do a few different layers. Well, that just darkened it up quite a bit, actually. Unless you hit it with just the right amount, apparently. But we still will work in layers on these too. Add some depth and dimension to it a bit. But that is super cute right there. And I'm going to kind of rosy up his cheeks a little bit right now as well. So this is about where I'll do the first heat set, because that's a good base layer underpainting for colors. Oh, he's handsome. All right, now I'm going to start adding just a little bit of brown. And do around his eyes for one. Just a little bit. I mean, it's going to end up being a lot eventually. If you want to leave some variation, you can keep wiping away the color that you add on the surface too. All right, then you can also take a really thin brush, like our new Little Mermaid liner brush is a great one for this. And I like to go under the eyes just a little bit, add a little bit of shadow. This is something Jack Johnston taught me. He likes to do this to his dolls. And just repeat for this side too. It is always interesting to notice how thick your eyelids are on your dolls. Sometimes they can end up getting quite thick if you don't turn and look at them this way too. Alright, and I'll use my brush to kind of just soften that. Alright, so that's if you want to line it more, if you want to actually put it right in the creases. So your color's a little bit more applied directly where you want it, you can do it like that too. And then you'll get more of an approach you can control. Well, so much for that idea, huh? Okay. What I did in that case now is just add in some of the glazing gel, and we're just going to turn this into more of a wash. That was hilarious. Whenever you think you've got control, right? Alright, so again, I'm just going to go through, just kind of adding in a little bit more color. I'm having to thin the paint on this brush a little bit more. Just kind of filling them in and then brushing at it a little bit, and then even on the top you can do that too. So it just depends how you want to do your wrinkles. You can just do a wash over the whole thing and wipe away, and that'll give you a version that's acceptable as well, and it'll be easy to do. So it just depends how precise you like to be. I have some brown on his nose too. He's a woodland guy, so he's got to be a little bit scruffy looking. He's out in the dirt a lot. That was just a lot of paint that I added, and then I added a bit of glaze over it too. He's cute. I'm kind of glad I had to shoot all this extra footage for it. 'Cause he turned out really adorable. He wouldn't have existed otherwise. Alright, and then again you'll want to heat set through this process so you don't end up just pushing paint around. It's better to get some layers that are set that you know are going to stay put for sure. But you want to just go in through all the wrinkles, especially the neck. You don't want to forget the neck, so it ends up being a different color. So it's good to keep it included in this process. So there's some tips for you on painting a face for the woodland gnome.